Coming up on Network Africa, Somalia's members of parliament cast their vote for a new president at an aircraft hangar in Mogadishu. Over 90% of Nigerians seeking asylum in Germany face deportation. And Côte d'Ivoire soldiers continue their mutiny as negotiations with the government fails. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Temitope Wefagbemi. Somalia lawmakers are defying the security situation in the country and have gone ahead to vote for the country's president in a heavily guarded aircraft hangar in Mogadishu. To prevent possible attacks, traffic was banned, schools shut, and a no-fly zone imposed over the capital. Despite this, suspected militant Islamists fired mortar rounds close to the venue yesterday night. The elections are part of a lengthy and complex process to help the East African state rebuild its democracy and achieve stability. The results of the votes are expected later today. Meanwhile, 4 guards have been killed after gunmen stormed a hotel in the capital of Somalia's semi-autonomous Puntland region on Wednesday. In a nation awash with weapons, it was not immediately clear who staged the raid in the port city of Bosaso. An official blamed Al-Shabaab Islamists, but a spokesman for the group denied involvement. Al-Shabaab regularly launches attacks in Somalia, but tends to focus on the capital Mogadishu and other regions which are controlled by the federal government. Well, let's talk more about the Somali elections as the VOA's chief of the VOA Somali service, Mohammed Olad, joins us live on the program. You're welcome to the program, Mohammed.
Well, thank you so much.
Now, this is an unusual election held in an aircraft hangar in Mogadishu. What more can you tell us about this election?
Well, the election is underway in the Somali capital, Mogadishu, in a fortified place inside the airport, close to the former Somali Air Force base. And the incumbent President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud received the most votes with 88. But he fell well short of the number required for re-election. He was trailed by former Prime Minister Mohamed Abdullahi Mohamed, known as Farmajo, who won 72 votes. Former President Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed received 49 votes, and the president's own Prime Minister Omar Sharmake took 37. But he did not. He dropped the election, saying that since he got the lowest votes, he's no longer running for the second round. So 3 guys are on the second round. And the election is underway inside a hall in Mogadishu's airport, where all Somali MPs, 329 MPs, are voting for the next head of the state of Somalia.
So when are we likely to get a conclusive result, and what is the transition process going to look like?
Well, basically, according to the Somali constitution, any president-elect will have 30 days to nominate a prime minister. So the the coming president will nominate a prime minister within 30 days after consulting with his political allies, with the Somalis and with the parliament. Then he will bring the new prime minister before the parliament, so the transition will start from there. Although the transition might face some problems from the militant attacks who have been trying to disrupt the election. The latest was yesterday when they hurled grenades and mortars towards the airport, the venue where the election is taking place. So the transition looks better and the election process looks better, but some people are still suspecting that there could be fraud and corruption within the parliamentarians who are voting for the president. But things will be clear within the next 4 or 3 hours when the election is due to finish.
Well, just like you pointed out, citizens are not involved in the voting process. So would they really be able to hold the government accountable for its actions?
Well, according to the international community, earlier when the process that led to the establishment of the current parliament and the members of the parliament, there was a widespread of corruption allegations. So they were saying that they will not longer work within any illegitimate government if corruption is involved into this election. And they have been warning. Also, the prestigious leaders have been warning just before the election that anyone who is involving into this into any corruption allegations will be made public to the Somali people, so that he will be known that he was doing some fraudulent actions. There's no exact threat or exact decision is taken against the anyone involved into this kind of corruption. But they say they have been warning, they have been saying that they have tried to make the electoral process as free and fair election and transparent, with a transparent glass box inside the voting venue. Things that they are trying to avoid anything that could make this election illegitimate. But still, the suspicion falls on the parliamentarians who are still who have been lobbying for both for different sides last night to be re-elected.
So, Mohammed, what do you think should be the priority for the new incoming government?
Well, security is the major challenge that's coming ahead of this government, because there's Al-Shabaab militant, though they lost ground to the African Union peacekeepers from the Somali government forces a long time ago. Still, they have been carrying out attacks. Also, the economic problem. The country is in a drought situation. Thousands of people, millions of people are in danger to go into hunger, and there's a fear of situation of famine. So the coming government, the main challenges are the security and how they will help the Somali people who are on the verge of dying for famine.
Well, Mohammed Olad, the head of the VOA Somali service, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. In other news, over 400 soldiers have been deployed by the South African President Jacob Zuma to join the security team at his annual State of the Nation speech this week. This action has drawn outrage from opponents who called it a militarization plan. The main opposition Democratic Alliance condemned the decision and says it will be asking the Speaker of the National Assembly for an explanation. This is the first time soldiers will be deployed